Good morning. It's the 7th of October. It's actually 7:30 in the morning. I was up and it's a nice sunny day, nice sort of clear sky day today. So I thought I would get down here. I haven't been able to get down to the allotment for just over a week. It's been raining really heavily. So yeah, I thought I would take the chance to get down here, have a look what's going on, and do a couple of little jobs. I'm starting at the other end of the allotment today. I was just up here having a look at everything, see how it's all doing. So I'll wander down, show you how it's getting on. You can definitely tell that the days are cooler and everything now. It's all slowing down, and just having a quick look around some of the other allotments, you can see everyone is starting to clear it out for winter. It's a lot of beds that have been emptied, cleared out. Yeah, everyone's definitely slowing down a bit. So it's still looking good, still producing a little bit. Courgettes are very much near the end of their time now. I think, looking around, I think other people have pulled some up. Yeah, I can't really see any, or they're definitely all going over. So our 3 plants here, this one's got a nice courgette on, but I haven't been down for over a week, and I think there's only 1 or 2 to pick, whereas there were sort of about 4 or so every week at least at one point. So yeah, they're definitely pretty much over now. So I'll pick what I can. I'll leave them in because we don't need the beds just yet, and we'll just see if they produce anything else. But I think they're probably done, which is a shame, but that's it. We've had a good run with them. There's 2 there. I'll pick these 2. Yeah, I think we've had a really good run with them, so it's all good. They're massive, so I've been pleased with them. The chard is doing really nicely. It's quite big, some of this. I might pick a few bits of this just to try it. These ones are quite big. So yeah, this is the first bed I planted, and that one's doing really well. Yeah, it's nice. A few little weeds to pick out, but not much in there. This bed is still slowly chugging along, but I don't think that's going to do anything at all, that bed really. But there you go, you win some, you lose some. And these 2 are doing really nicely. They're really, really pretty. Really nice rows. And again, they're getting close to be able to pick some of those, but I'll leave them for a while and pick the other bed. And this is the bed I planted maybe 2 weeks ago, week and a bit ago. Yeah, and they haven't grown massively, but they have grown a little bit. So yeah, so we'll see if they do any. I think these ones were probably put in at a really good time, so I think they'll do really well. They look really nice. So yeah, that's good. So we'll have something we can pick for the next few weeks. The squash sort of dying off at its base, but it's growing nicely still out. And the squash are doing well. There's one in here. This one's doing quite well. They've still got a little bit of a green tint, so they're not ready yet. They need to be in the sunlight really. There's another one over there I've just spotted, and there's 4 or 5 along the back that I know are definitely there. Yeah, so they're not quite ready yet, but they're looking good. So I'll keep an eye on them. If I need to, I can bring them in the window or something and get them ripe. The corn, I need to check over the corn. They're starting to sort of look like they're going over. I want to make sure I don't lose the ones that are there. So I'll do that. The beans we picked a whole load of beans last time I was down here, and it looks like there's quite a few more. So I'm going to pick some of these, make sure they don't go over or anything. So yeah, that's producing really well, and there's lots of little beans growing. So I'll see if I can pick a few off of there. There's not loads, but there's a few. You can chuck in some a meal. Here's some of the other squash I was talking about. It's a really nice big squash. And it's got a little bit of green on the sort of lines. Yeah, I don't think they will be long at all. There's a really nice one just over there I just spotted as well. Yeah, what else have we got? Yeah, so that's all the sort of different veg. So I'm going to pick, I'll pick those beans and those courgettes and check the sweet corn. And I've got a few potatoes that were just, supermarket potatoes that have sprouted really well. So I'm going to pick somewhere to put those. I'll just chuck them in the ground and see what happens. Nothing lost. Got a bit of spare space at the moment. And I also brought down some seeds. So I brought down just these seeds I bought the other day, so the lettuce, spinach and kales. So I'm going to have a little look around, see where I can put some of those. I'm going to plant some of the lettuce inside and some outside. I might plant a row or two of these kale in one of those beds at the back that are empty. And there's the potato. They've got some nice chits on them. So who knows, they might grow, they might not. I can always pull them up in spring if they haven't done anything and I need the space. So better get on with it. I don't want to be too long. I do need to go to work today. So do the harvesting. Obviously don't need to water anymore. And then just plant those few little bits and we can get on. Here's our harvest for today. So we've got, I picked pretty much all the corn. So there's 9 cobs and they're really good size. So happy with those. Got 3 courgettes. I picked these sort of slightly smaller ones. There's still a few on their plants and I'll leave them to see if they get much bigger. There's a few sort of this size, but we shall see. Got some beans. There's quite a few there actually, more than I thought there was. That's nice, and there's a few little ones on there, so I might get some more. And I picked some chard. I just picked a handful chard so we can try it and see. If nothing else, our guinea pigs have been loving some chard that we had, so that's a good crop to grow. They always appreciate it. I've picked a bed to put the potatoes in. I think next year I'm going to try and aim to put potatoes in these 6 beds and sort of keep rolling them, so keep replanting as we dig them up. This year we had 3 beds here and 2 beds at home, so 5 beds in total of potatoes, and some of them were first early, second early and main crop. So again this year we'll probably have a couple of first early and then the rest main crop, and just keep trying to keep them planted like every successionally, so we get them throughout the year and we can always store them if we need to, and get some more in. So there's already potatoes in these 2 beds at the back. Not so far not doing anything, but we shall see. So there's chard in those too, so I'm going to put some in this bed. If I get any more that chit at home, we can put them in the end there. And there's chard in the bed this side, but obviously that'll be gone by spring anyway. So I'm going to just plant them up, get them in the ground. I've buried the potatoes in there. I've just put a little bit of wood in there just to mark where the last one is, so I can remember that they're in there, and I know I've got a bit of room if I need, or I can plant some more. I have to do a sort of bit of forward thinking here for next year. I'd quite like, in this space, I'm going to build another bed here. So I'd quite like these beds to be pumpkins and squashes, and maybe another one that's got squashes in as well at the moment. But obviously they go in a lot later in the season. So I'm going to plant some of that kale in this bed. And as I clear out some of these others, perhaps I need to clear out the corn, although that does have squash in as well. So I'm going to leave those for a little bit. So I'm going to plant some kale in here, and then as these others become clear, I can plant some kale in there. I'll start some at home, and I'm also going to build another bed here, and I'll probably get some kale in there if I get the bed built in time. I'm going to start some at home anyway, so we'll get those started off in pots, and hopefully they might grow, might not. A little bit late this year, but we're just learning what goes in when, and trying to organise it all around the rain and time we can get down here. So yep, so I'm going to plant some of those seeds and we'll see how they get on. I'm going to plant these two types of kale. So these are ones that you can use for baby leaves in the autumn. So I'm going to sow them directly into the bed, and probably won't need much thinning. We'll just take off the baby leaves, pick them as they grow, and it says they'll get about 3 to 4 sort of harvests off of them up to December. So yeah, so we'll give it a go, bit of an experiment this year, and we see how we get on. We've got this empty bed anyway, so worth a go. Probably won't use all the seeds. I'll save some for spring. So that's all of those kale seeds in. So I've got 2 rows of each variety. It's quite cold, the soil, so we'll have to see what happens. I do have one of those sort of plastic row covers. I might bring down and put over some of it just to see if that helps at all. Yeah, so that's all the job done for today. I'm going to go and collect those bits we harvested up and put those in my bag, and get home for some breakfast. Nice day down here. It's nice and quiet down here. There's no one here, so it's quite nice pottering about. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and let me know if you're trying to grow kale or anything at this chard or anything at this time of year. If you've got any tips, just sort of trying these things this year, trying to get some ideas of what we need to do, how we can keep it productive through the year. Nice not to have loads of empty space all winter. I know some people, some of the other allotments look like they're basically done for the year. It'd be nice to keep coming down and doing bits. I'm looking forward to the squash harvest. Hopefully that'll be in by the end of October. And we can have something nice to look forward to in sort of winter, autumn. Now store quite nicely. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall speak to you soon.